Alright. Hopefully you guys can see everything okay. Pick a nice wallpaper. I like this one. That's cool. That's cool. That's pretty nice. Okay. So, biggest thing we want to work on today is just practicing a little bit more with our OpenGL stuff. So, yeah, let's kind of pull up both of these actually, because we started working on lighting. Yo, what's up, Rose Polo? Let's see. I don't know if I missed other streams. My sleep schedule is ruined. Dude, that's fair. Mine has been a little ruined as well, but that's okay. It's been a while since I've streamed anyways, so, I mean, I haven't streamed for a few days, which, I'm off my schedule, man. It's not fun. Let me know if you can hear me okay and if the audio is good. Okay, sounds good. So I think we're gonna kind of just keep going through this chapter for today, and I'm gonna continue working on my project. But I think going through the chapters will be good because it gives me a little bit of a refresher while I can learn a little bit along the way. Because I think with my project, there are some goals that might feel a little ambitious right now. Like they're definitely possible, but doing these further chapters will help me be like, oh yeah, like we can make this decision, etc. So yeah, should be good. Yeah, so we're working on lighting. Which I believe right now I need to fix it so there is one thing I need to fix. Let's see. Okay, so I think the problem with what we have here is when we're drawing, we have 6 faces, I believe. So wait. Yeah. So in our drawing loop, we need to do okay. But we also, since we're doing 3D, we are only drawing the back face for this. So we need to basically do all of the faces. So it would be like this. And then we would do, since there are 36 vertices, we go to our oops. There we go. So now we got our full cube being drawn. And now we just need to draw the other cube. Yo, what's up, Newt? How's it going, guys? Hope you guys are all doing well. I'm gonna probably be streaming for a while today, which is awesome. Tomorrow's my birthday, so I'm taking tonight to just chill and stream for a bit. Let's see. That's awesome, man. Happy early birthday. Hey, I appreciate it. Okay, I think I need to fix the light now. So let's go to our light VAO. And then this would actually be 5 instead. I don't know why it's 3. And then our light position is going to be different, so we'll do light position. And then this can just be light position. And then okay, and then we need to do in our loop, we need to do the projection view, and then what is it? Projection view and model. Okay, so that's better. I think what we'll do is we'll give the light a different color so we can pass it in a different fragment. Which, yeah. Which light color should be up here? Yeah, light color is 111, so it should be. It could be because of my loop. I don't know if I've asked this before, but have you ever tried messing around with assembly? I haven't. I think I might have answered this before, but I don't really have a use for learning it at this point in my life, at least right now in my career. But that could change. I'm gonna change the light. Sorry, it's like blinding me. That could change. I think right now just C++ is where I'm sticking with at least, you know, programming language stuff. Oh wait, I just realized we need to set. I said we. Let's go to our model. This will just be light color. I believe. No, wait. No, wait, let's see. Shader set vec3 because it's taking the color. Light. Or light color. No, that's not right. Assembly is pretty fun to tinker with. Pretty fun. I've been thinking completely differently since I learned it. That's really cool. Yeah, I think maybe once I get through like this OpenGL stuff in a few months, maybe I'll check it out. Or I don't know how long this will take me. It could take me months, but I'm taking my time with it to get good with it. So, yeah. Okay, so let's see here. We have our light model. Let me just Rip King Terry, dude, seriously. Oh, SS, how's it going, man? Oh yeah, I should have. You should have seen an earlier stream. I had this Terry Davis PNG drawing on like as a texture on my cubes, which is so funny. To be honest with your goals, Jessen, I don't think assembly is really needed for you, but like if you wanted to learn for fun, then absolutely. Yeah, definitely. I think right now for my goals it's not needed, but if I ever jump into more embedded stuff, I would 100% love to look into assembly. So, I'm trying to see why the light color is not updating. It should be white and not orange. And it could be because I'm drawing it at the wrong time, so let me look. Maybe I need to draw... Maybe it matters the order I draw. Let's see. No. Terry's inspirational. I honestly think Terry Davis is like, it's like kind of a tragic story. Like he, like just looking at what he did, he definitely was a cool guy, you know, like. Result equals light color times soy color. And vertex, light color, object color. It's really unfortunate what happened. Yeah, I mean, I think society let him down. And it's really, really, really unfortunate. I'm really stuck on... I'm just stuck on like where the color is getting stuck here. Let's see. Okay, so projection matrix. I'm just gonna leave this kind of spaced out. Well, I guess I don't need this, but. Let's see. Okay, so right now we're drawing this cube. Next thing we need to do is... also, I'm so sorry about the light. It's like so obnoxious sometimes. There we go, hopefully that's better. I'm gonna zoom in for you guys so you can see better. Oh, lighting shader.setVec3. Don't forget to use the corresponding shader program to set the uniform. Gotcha. So I think maybe I need to do that first. Well, no, it should be fine. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna like go through this a little bit more. Okay, so we have our light and our toy color. We got this. We got our light being drawn correctly. Let me see if this is the issue. No. I'm just asking Claude right now because I'm like so stuck with why the color's not updating properly. Oh. So I think I need a separate shader. Okay, so I think what I'm supposed to do here is light fragment.glsl, and then we need to just make a new Okay, so now I think what I need to do is load our shader, our second shader for the light. Actually, we need this as well. There we go. And then in our render loop, Hope you guys are doing good, by the way. Okay, I think this should fix it. And I think that shader, we can just include this. We can just put this back up right here. Okay. Now we're running into two issues. Oh, I think I know why. So I think what we need to do is all right. And I don't think it's called model color. Object color is what it's called. Okay, so that's not working. Which our object color should just pass toy color. And it should work. Not sure why. because our light still shows up fine. Now our I think this actually does need to go up. So I think we'll call the shader okay, that's an improvement. Oh yeah, if you guys are new here, feel free to join the Discord. I will put it in the description. Or, sorry, in the chat. And I'll pin it as well. Oh, maybe I need to do this. Well, first of all, maybe I'm calling these two both too soon. I'm probably not going to stay for long, but hi. I see you're also going a little back to learn OpenGL. Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out right now just the getting a second value or a second light, like a I'm trying to get two cubes drawn in with different shaders so that I can eventually get to a lighting aspect of the program. But hey, no worries if you can't stay for long. Feel free to join the Discord though if you guys have questions too. Happy to chat with you guys. Also, I'm sorry about the light. I need to fix it. When we want to render, we render the container object. Okay. So I'm gonna look at the code here because I definitely am having issues. So let's see. Their code is much cleaner for sure. Oh yeah, I didn't have the frame buffer size callback. Oh wait, no, I did. Camera. Yeah, I had all that. Which, it looks like they didn't have their colors defined at all right here. Yeah, so they did They did something like this after the color buffer. Should I try to go straight to JavaScript instead of learning Python? That's up to you. If you're a web development person, I would say yeah. I mean, you might get more into JavaScript, but I don't know. I think object-oriented programming is pretty fun to learn. I think for me, at least, it makes a lot more sense to then go to like more like I forget the word. Is it imperative languages? No, I can't remember. I think I would recommend Python, but JavaScript is, if you are doing web dev, do that. Lighting. Yeah, so this should just be light shader. And then man, I'm just like, it's so weird going back to, I'm struggling a little bit, but that's okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete mine just for a sec so I can view projection transformations, which I think I did this too soon, which is fine, but I have a question. How do I use JavaScript in my browser? I have it installed and I have it turned on, but my browser, but I don't know how to use it. How do I launch it? So what you typically do with JavaScript is it's just like any other programming language. It works alongside HTML and CSS, which are essentially scripting slash. They're not really programming languages. They're more of like document type. I don't know how to define them. I think together they're a language, but by themselves they're more of like a utility. But essentially, JavaScript isn't something you typically just write in the browser. You typically would jump into a code editor and start there. But if you wanted to really practice in the browser, you typically have a console. So I think if you go to inspect or whatever, you have a console right here that you can type JavaScript in. I don't really use the console much, but my suggestion would be get VS Code, and just make like a simple HTML file. So I'll make something to help really quick. Let me just open my desktop actually, and then I will do index.html. So if we just did like a simple HTML file, and then we opened it up on our local server or whatever, we'd have like our H1, which could just be this is my web page. And you can see this shows up, and then we could actually just give this like a class, and we could just say test or whatever, and then we could do a script.js where we do document. I'm not a web dev, by the way. Get element by ID, and then I think it would be test. Actually, we first need to go into the bottom and do script. Is it source or href? Script.js. I think that's right. It might be source, or I don't know if it's href, but basically you do something like this where you do document.getElement by ID, and then you do something with that. So like you'd set it to var whatever test text or whatever is equal to this, and then I think you do something like gosh, I haven't done this in so long. So how should I get the Visual Code? Like, how should I get Visual Studio Code? Does it support JS? Yes, absolutely. Visual Studio Code is just a text editor. JavaScript is just a programming language that you type in a text editor, essentially. If you're a student, I would recommend JetBrains, but if you go to here, I'll go to Visual Studio Code and send you the link. I really am bad with JavaScript, as you can see, but that's fine, whatever. I put that in the chat for you if you want to try that. Anyways, let's see. Role transformation. We're going to render the cube, which we just did geobind vertex array, and then we just do VAO, and then geo draw arrays. And 36, and now we draw our light. Light shader, hues, They have light cube shader and lighting shader. That's not confusing. So I guess this would just be shader then. Oh, whatever. I'll fix it in a minute. And then we do light shader dot set map 4 projection. Cyber Alster says, VS Code has web development built in out of the box, so JavaScript, HTML, and CSS work automatically. I'm not a student. I am doing it because I have a dream to make a game eventually, or I might go into computer science. My suggestion then would, if you want to make a game, don't use JavaScript. I mean, that's just my advice. Anybody else in the stream, maybe offer some advice in the chat. But I think something like C# might be a better language, or Python even. You could make games with Python. If anyone else is in the stream, maybe you can offer some advice there, because I don't know. I think all I would say is I don't think web development type tooling would be good for if your dream is to make a game. But at the same time, I mean, depends on what your game is doing. Like if you want it to work in the browser, then yeah, that's might be worth learning. I don't know. I'm just using JavaScript to get to the feel of coding right now. JavaScript seems good for now until I get serious. Okay, I mean, yeah, I mean if that's the route you want to go, then that totally works. But I think you want to start with a very small, like, don't jump into the big stuff. Just start with HTML. Start with HTML and CSS and then JavaScript, because then you'll really be able to like actually see your work in progress. Which we have our model in light. I just don't have a good enough PC for Unity yet. I'd try to make a game in Unity or C. I would maybe try Godot because it's a little bit more lightweight. Godot, definitely, I agree. I think Godot would be way better to learn on, in my opinion. Just because it's so lightweight, it should be able to run on like most, even lower end systems. And then this would just be shader.use. There we go. Now it's working. Okay. So now we got our cube and then our light object. So that's good. I definitely didn't want to have to look at the code too much, but it makes a lot more sense now after like looking at it more clearly. Also, I think, let me look at this. Light VAO. This should be 3 instead. Oh, never mind. I guess it is 5. But let me see. So they don't even have an EBO in here. So if we just do, we can just take out our indices. And then honestly, I'll just, yeah, let's just copy this because and then we just call this VAO instead of cube VAO. Alright. Let's see. I mainly use this stream to talk about coding because I don't know what you are doing yet. Fair. I'm trying to make a game of C++ and OpenGL myself. It's definitely a lot more advanced than a normal game engine. Yeah, I'm just going to tell you guys here, if you guys are... I love having you guys here in the stream. If you can't... If this is like too confusing or like even too advanced, like... I think this is a little advanced for a beginner. Please don't like, I don't know, I just, don't like confuse yourself with this because it can get kind of confusing. Like I would honestly rather say don't start with OpenGL and C++ unless you have a little bit of experience. EBO. I don't even know where that is defined. Oh, GL delete buffers. There we go. Okay, awesome. So we got that working. Okay. It's definitely tricky. Like this chapter was not necessarily too bad, but I think I want to go back to working on my my project. Hopefully I'm helping answer your guys' questions okay. I was just going to say, like, here, I'll even pull up my Godot project. don't, in my opinion, it's not worth starting with building stuff from scratch. Like, you want to start with something simple. That way you get the idea, because you will burn yourself out really fast if you don't understand anything that's going on, especially with the programming language aspect. I think I have it in my project. 310. Okay, this should work. I'm going to show you a game I built in Godot with some teammates. And maybe it'll help spark some ideas. If it'll open. There we go. Okay, so this game is like a Galaga clone essentially. Let's see if I can get it pulled up. But as you can see, even like if I can't get the game running, our game has, like, a game has so many different aspects. I mean, you got tons of different assets, you got enemies, you got scenes themselves, which are the whole game loop themselves. And yeah, here's the game here. Let's see if I can full screen it. There we go. I mean, this is better. But once you put all the pieces together, I'm going to go and learn. Hold on. Learn some Python. Bye. Hey, I appreciate you being here. Well, anyways, for those who want to look, parts of building a game are, you got to start small. I mean, this isn't super impressive. I drew the sprites and stuff by hand, other than the ship and stuff. But think about the logic that is going on. I mean, even the stars in the background, it's literally just moving an image downwards and layering the images, and it looks cool. Getting the enemies to bounce off the screen, that wasn't very easy. This isn't a super impressive game, but it's something, It's something I could be like, oh, me and some classmates were able to build something. And that's the important part, is it doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be something. And so, like, let's see, when I die here, we got our game over, which is awesome. But yeah, I mean, just use Godot, I would say, is like, I love Godot, because you don't really need anything too crazy to learn. This looks really good. The stars actually look really pretty, and the bolts are a little big, and the enemies could have been a little directional showing, but it looks really good. Yeah, I mean, I made this with classmates like multiple years ago, so it wasn't supposed to be anything good, and I'm not going to go back and improve it. I don't have any desire to. That's why I'm doing this. This is what I want to do right now, is OpenGL. But yeah, that's the gist of game development. At least that's programming in general, is you gotta start small. So if we look here, we got our planets right now being drawn. I need to draw the next couple planets, but I'm trying to figure out, I need to find a way to draw, like, store the vertex object data in a different place and not hard code it. I'm just starting basic GLSL. Yeah, dude, I've been doing this for a few weeks, and it's not easy. It takes a lot of understanding. And part of what I said too is, like, with this project, the one that I have here, I can't really do much with it, at least at the moment. unfortunately, until I learn more OpenGL. Do you know what Valgrind is by chance? I don't, but let me look it up. Instrumental framework for building dynamic analysis tools. Oh, interesting. So it's good for like memory management and detecting memory bugs. That's sweet. Yeah, I like that. Sounds like something I'd like. So I'm trying to think. I need to store... I think maybe making some sort of planet class would be good. I don't know. It's very useful. Yeah, maybe I think I can look into tools like that in the future. Kind of stuck right now with my project. Let me think. Oh, sorry, I didn't even see the Twitch chat. You good with OpenGL on the Linux/Lutris side? I'm just looking for help figuring out what plugin I can get when my old MMORPG redid it in OpenGL 4.6 that crashes with any version of Proton. That's a good question. I'm not good with OpenGL. Like, I'm just learning OpenGL. So I probably can't offer advice there, like, that would be helpful. But I know with Proton, it's a lot of stuff is being fixed right now with Wine on the Linux side. So that could be partly the issue. It might be that you have to try out different versions of Proton and see if it works. But I'm not sure, honestly. That might just be OpenGL's issue. Okay, so I think what I'll do is you should link your Twitch in your YouTube bio. That's a good idea, actually, yeah. Let me do that. Let me go to my channel and bio and put it there. Okay, and I'll also put it in the description if you guys... Alright, updated it there. Should be better now. Okay, so what I'm thinking is, because each planet / star or object that we're drawing on the screen has a VBO, VAO, and then an EBO, we can probably just put all that in a class and then create the object, like, instead of doing all of this, we can simplify it a lot more. First thing I want to try though is maybe going into our vertex shader, and we're gonna do out, I think it would be a map 4, and then we could call this model. I think it would be out for... I think before I start moving stuff, let's get a planet class made. So, what we'll do is we'll give each planet a VAO, a VBO, and an EBO. And then also, this is kind of basically what the mesh is doing, but it's fine. We also have our texture ID. And then we need something for the orbiting attributes for when it's orbiting. But honestly, we'll do that in a sec. So orbit attributes. Oh yeah, hold on one second, please. I might be done soon. I'm honestly getting pretty tired. Well, I might just take a break rather than stop the stream. I'm having I really like doing this stuff. It's fun. Give me 1 sec, guys. Okay. Okay, I need to look up attributes of orbiting orbits. A and E. So semi-major axis A and eccentricity E, which describe the size of the ellipse and how much it deviates from a circle. The inclination I, longitude, and the ascending node omega, and arguments of periapsis omega, which defines the orbit's rotation relative to the reference plane. A position. So I think we'd probably want a position class. I'm just kind of including the Okay. I think I'm gonna take a break from stream for a little bit. I'm gonna go hang out with my family, but I'm gonna probably be back tonight. So I appreciate you guys being here. Feel free to sub and like, and also join the Discord. It's in the description and in the chat as well. Yeah, I think I'll be right. I'll take a quick break really quick and I'll be right back. But yeah, thank you guys again. One moment. Okay, I'm back, guys. I think I'm gonna end stream right now, and we will be back tomorrow, probably, or later tonight, maybe. I don't know. But I appreciate you guys being here for the stream. Please subscribe and join the Discord. And if you have questions, let me know. And I will talk to you guys later.